What's going on, fans? It's Kenneth, SBM Boxing. Let's speak boxing. Just thought I'd create a quick video of this weekend's night of fights happening on NBC, broadcasting live in network television for the second time. It's a great showdown of fights, a great card. We're going to take it live at George the Boxing Genius house. So go ahead, post if you want to hear the post-fight, pre-fight predictions, see live what exactly is going on. If you're not going to catch it on NBC, go ahead and subscribe. Definitely go ahead and subscribe. You have Philly boy, you know, the likes of Danny Swift Garcia. He's undefeated. He's going to fight at catch weight just before he jumps up into welterweight, as he states. He's taking on Lamont Peterson. That's going to be a good showdown, and I'm going to give my fight prediction on that. You have Andy Lee. Andy Lee is going to take on Peter the Chocolate Quillin. That's definitely a good fight. Anytime Peter Quillin steps into the ring, I know his belt was vacant, and that he vacated his belt. So that's definitely going to be great for him to step back into the ring and see if he can work out that ring rust. But anyways, what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about Danny Swift Garcia taking on Lamont Peterson. You know, and in my eyes, I'm just going to jump really quick. I think Danny Swift Garcia is going to come out victorious in this fight. I think Lamont Peterson is an okay fighter, but I think he's overhyped. You know, Lamont Peterson, he has a great record. You know, he's 33-2 with 17 KOs and 1 draw. You know, I'm not going to lie. You know, I started paying attention to Lamont Peterson in a worst case scenario. What do I mean by worst case scenario? They were in D.C. and Amir Khan got robbed. You know, it was complete robbery. You know, Lamont Peterson ended up getting the split decision on that decision. Amir Khan got the short end of the stick on that one. Got a couple points deducted from him from pushing, which on a championship fight, come on, man, you definitely don't do that. You got the mysterious person that was sitting down with the judges, and the judges' scorecards had some scribbles and stuff like that. Come on, man, you just don't do that. And I still had Amir Khan winning that fight, but they end up giving it to Lamont Peterson, split decision. He went on, took on Kendall Halt, TKO Kendall Halt. He took on Lucas Matisse. Lucas Matisse knocked his ass out. And he took on some no-name fighters, you know. I think his last fight, he took on Edgar Santana, which is a nobody. TKO'd him. Deary Sean or something like that, he took on United Decision. Other than that, I'm not impressed. You know, I think Lamont Peterson, it's a good fill-in fight for Danny Garcia. It's a good tune-up fight for Danny Garcia. I'm not saying that Lamont Peterson is you know, a walk in the park or anything like that. Yes, it's going to be a competitive fight. Yes, it's going to be a difficult fight. If Danny Garcia comes in and not prepared whatsoever for that fight, and he makes a shitload of mistakes and just ends up having a flu, has the Mike Tyson gonorrhea syndrome or whatever, then yeah, he's going to lose that fight. But other than that, if he comes into the ring like he did his last several, he's going to come out victorious. He's definitely coming out victorious. There's no reason why Danny Swift Garcia. Now, I'm not saying Danny Swift Garcia is great. You know, he's a good fighter. He does a lot of things good, but he doesn't do a lot of things great. But, you know, he's a 5'2" fighter that's decent in all 5 areas. He has a lot of power. He knows how to box. He knows how to utilize the ring. His endurance is definitely there. He has heart. He has stamina. And his defense is good. So all he's an overall a good fighter. And, you know, he's championship material. But when he steps into the ring against the greats, you know, he actually steps up his game. You know, he definitely steps up his game. So Philly boy is definitely good. Like I said, he's going to jump up in weight and do a catch weight. So both of these fighters, there's no title on the line. Danny went quote unquote saying that, you know, he's moving up a little bit after this win. He's going to step up and jump into the welterweight division. Just to step back a little bit, let's speak about Danny Garcia. He is undefeated. He is from Philadelphia. He has 17 KOs. He's 29-0. His last fight, KO'd against Rod Zaka. That was a good. Man, let me take that back. I'm saying too many goods in this. I think that was a bullshit ass fight. But yes, as predicted, Danny Garcia knocked him out. Mauricio Herrera, majority decision. That was his fight. You know, he went back to Puerto Rico, put on a good performance. So actually, not a good performance. He put on a good show for the Islanders, for his fan base, because he has Puerto Rican his culture. But, you know, he came out short. A lot of people were questioning that fight. They felt like Herrera won that fight. Majority decision went to Danny Garcia, victorious, but he got a lot of boos, got a lot of criticism, and he got a lot of people second-guessing his ability. But people are forgetting right before that as well, he took on he was the underdog coming into this fight. The guy who knocked out Lamont Peterson. The guy is just knockout power and just knockout power and just continues to knock out people. Who am I speaking about? I'm speaking about Lucas Matisse. A lot of people doubted Danny Garcia, like his career in as a whole. But Lucas Matisse came in. A lot of people thought he was going to knock out Danny Swift Garcia. Danny Swift Garcia, like I said, very versatile. Did a lot of good things. Was able to box Lucas Matisse and come out with the unanimous decision. He took on Zab Judah. Zab Judah, second half of the fight, stepped it up, but came out short. But unanimous decision. Eric Morales, for the second time in the second fight, he beat Eric Morales once. Coming into the rematch with Eric Morales, ended up KOing Eric Morales. Eric Morales felt like the unanimous decision. He felt short, lost his belt, but he came back and ended up getting knocked out. But between those fights, he took on Amir Khan. Amir Khan was winning the fight in the beginning of the fight. Danny Garcia did a great job keeping his composure and was able to land a vicious counter and continue to counter Amir Khan, knocked him down, and came out with the KO victory. Before that, just like Lamont Peterson, I think it was like in 2012 or 2011, or no, 2011, he fought Kendall Holt. He beat Kendall Holt. He beat Nate Campbell. Other than that, that's all I can. Everything else is it's not important. But anyways, guys, it's gonna be a good night of fights as far as with Danny Garcia against Lamont Peterson. But my fight prediction on this one, like I said, I think Lamont Peterson is an okay fighter. I think he's a great fill-in fight. I think Danny Swift Garcia, he's gonna impress some people. You know, I think I'm going with KO. I think Swift is going to knock out Lamont Peterson. When's he going to knock him out? I think within 10 rounds he will knock out Lamont Peterson. I think Lamont Peterson doesn't have what it takes to beat Danny Garcia. I think if Lamont Peterson wants to box, which I don't think that's the best way to go about it, I think Swift is going to come out victorious on that. I think the only way Lamont Peterson will come out victorious in this fight if he brings the fight to Danny. You know, he's just going to have to brawl with him. You know, he's definitely going to have to brawl to him and press him. If he tries to box, Danny Garcia, I think Danny Garcia is a better boxer than Lamont Peterson. I think Lamont Peterson it's a good fighter. Just keep pressing, keep pressing, keep pressing. He is faster. Lamont Peterson is quicker than Lucas Matisse. He is bigger than Lucas Matisse, but he doesn't have the punching power like Lucas Matisse. So I think he's at a disadvantage in this fight. Like I said, it's going to be a good fill-in fight and a good setup fight for Danny Swift Garcia as far as his next opponent itself. So there goes my fight prediction for that one. I think Danny Garcia is going to come out TKO or a KO victory against Lamont Peterson within 10 rounds. After this fight, I would like, besides him jumping up to 147, take on Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner called him out. Adrian Broner called out a lot of fighters even. He wants to get the rematch against Marcus Madonna. He wants to take on Lucas Matisse. He wants to take on Danny Swift Garcia. I know they're boys and stuff like that, but Danny Garcia, he said it's all business. I think that'll be a great competitive fight. Adrian Broner versus Danny Garcia. I would love to see that fight. But anyways, guys, I would love to sit here and talk about boxing all day, but I can't. I have to actually get to work right now, put on my shirt, and get to it. But check out the view. That view is sick. So if you guys can see, this is Miami, Florida. Right here. Beach. There's a pool area. Here in the parking garage. But anyways, guys, friend request, subscribe. Have a good one.